Welcome back to another tour and talk with Richie. Today we have Nick, as always, on the mic. Say hi, Nick.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me back, Richie.
Of course, of course. Today we are in the southwest part of town, and right behind me sits a 4,200 square foot home that has 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. We've got a 3-car garage. It's the end of a cul-de-sac, and it's almost on a half-acre lot. And I think, in general, this is the type of home that you get to see a lot in the Southwest. So what's your opinion on the Southwest, Nick?
I like the Southwest. I mean, you got good views here and you find bigger lot sizes, which I think you're a fan of as well.
Yeah, I think this one hits the nail on the head. Even coming up to this property, you have this extra layer of protection. You have a gate out here, and then you get your own courtyard leading up to your grand entrance. And at this price point, this is something that you like to see, but to make this feel even more exclusive, you can make this kind of a personal retreat with some water features, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think water features would be cool. It's cool how it's set up now, and I think you should point out too that that door is not a regular, that's not a garage door.
No, that is true. That is true. We do have a next-gen suite on this property as well. That will be the entrance to the next-gen suite. We're gonna get there in the end of the video. So if that's what you want to see, then skip to the end. But there's a lot to see in here, so I would recommend not to skip. But cool part with this home too, it's only a $90 HOA, so it's not too bad. And then what do you think is the benefit of having an HOA in general?
I mean, some people, they're really against HOAs, but some are crazy, but overall it does keep your neighborhood upkept and it looks nice and maintained. I feel like that's one of the biggest things. You want to come into a neighborhood looking like it's well kept.
Exactly. For me as well, I think a low HOA could be fine as long as you know the HOA, you know they're not crazy and trying to get fines from you anywhere. But I think having an HOA can maintain your property value a little bit better because you know your neighbor's not gonna paint their house bright pink and then it might affect your property value. You have like 35,000 cars outside of it, you know? Right. So it kind of keeps it a little bit more tidy, put it that way. But this is a very super open concept living. I like how they do this. It's a very modern take, and this was remodeled back in 2022, but it was built 2019. So this is kind of what the remodelers were trying to, what do I say?
They reimagined the whole
Exactly.
property.
This was what they envisioned, I would say. And one of the features that they ended up putting in is this accent wall right here. So this is actually a wine wall, and then you can put whatever you want on these floating shelves here. And this one lights up. There's a light going behind it. So you can see in the nighttime it lights up and glows beautifully. And you also have those LED lights on top of it as well. But this is kind of your foyer, your greeting area. And you can, in my opinion, you would put like some entertainment form in front of this entertainment wall. Because this could easily be like a pool table, a nice hangout area, something like that. Or even
some poker?
Some poker, like some casual lounging. That's what I would put there.
Chess?
Chess? Well, we know who's gonna win in that. But anyway, moving on. This is your primary living area. And it's a big space, so you can obviously have sectional, you can have some lounging chairs, all that stuff, maybe a coffee table in the middle. Because on this wall you're gonna have a linear fireplace, and this is your entertainment wall, and it's book matched perfectly with this porcelain tile with some white veining inside of it too. And this home really has that black and white theme going throughout it. You'll see it in multiple rooms. You even see it in the trim of these stacking sliders right here. We'll get out in the backyard super soon. But this would be your primary living space where you can hang out. Over here would be your formal dining space right under this chandelier. And I think in a modern living, when it's open like this, you section it off with furniture instead of walls. So like the formal dining table will be what sections this off, and then the couch obviously going that way. This will section it off, but you can still flow in that higher altitude basically and be able to have conversations with each other. But this would be the kitchen. I think they did a really good job with the kitchen and with the bathrooms of this property, and that's normally something that's super important. Obviously we have upgraded light fixtures up here as well. We have a unique thing here in the middle. What do you think about this, Nick?
It's a nice prep sink. If you're cutting things, washing fruit, vegetables.
But for perspective, it's only as wide as my hand. So this is definitely more of a prep work rather than a proper sink. But that's what you're gonna have over here. So this is your main sink. And we also have a beautiful backsplash all throughout this kitchen with that chevron pattern. And this too, this matches that entertainment wall and waterfalls beautifully under here. It also has plenty of storage all throughout here, and the dovetail handles on the cabinetry, and obviously with soft close as well. Of a Thor proper stove is what you would call it. with 2 ovens in it as well, 6 burners, and you have a griddle in the middle. Something that you would like to see, in my opinion at least, is a pot filler that you can put right here. But probably the water was not scheduled that way, that they could just do it there for a lower cost. Sometimes that's a very costly upgrade. Over here too, we have a Thermador microwave. So you have everything that you need in this kitchen. We got panel ready fridge and freezer, pretty good size as well. And then some more storage over here. But that's basically enough about the kitchen. We do have this bar area as well with a wine fridge in it. You can make this a coffee station, use your morning nook basically. Nick, what do you think about the kitchen so far?
I think the kitchen's great. I think it's nice and open. I like the waterfall edge. Of course, the Thor is hard to go wrong with too in the griddle. So
yeah, I think it matches the price point that we're at.
Right.
In here is going to be your first powder room of today. So if you're entertaining, this is the powder room they're going to use. In here you have a matte black large former tile. And then in here too we have that upgraded shower that I talked about. They have similar tiling down below to what we saw in the kitchen backsplash to keep in the theme. And everything has that gold trim. So even the shower head, the one attachment, and the little cutout in there has that gold trim in it as well. And then coming over here, now we're gonna have large format porcelain tile down below, which is a luxury upgrade. So this will be your laundry situation. And then in here will be your garage space. So if you give them a little peek in there, we don't have epoxy floors, nothing like that, but it is ample space. And I mean, obviously if you buy this, you can do whatever you want with it. But there's a 1 bay and then a 2 bay.
With the EV charger too.
EV charger as well, that's a good point out as well. But obviously this home is nice and we have brand new carpets. We want to take our shoes off for the rest of this tour, before the backyard at least, just to respect the carpet down below. But this is going to be one of your bedrooms. We have 5 more except for this one. So it's a good size, what do we call it? Bedroom.
Closet.
And we have a closet in here as well. So what do you think? This is one of the bigger bedrooms on this property, except for the primary obviously. But this is probably what, 13 by 13?
Somewhere around there.
Yes, somewhere around there, I would say that too. But let's put our shoes on super quickly as well, because I want to show the backyard, and then we can actually take these shoes off for the rest of the tour. But let's head out there right now.
Oh, hold on.
Holding on, cameraman is struggling over there. In the meanwhile, I'll open this one up.
I have a leg injury.
Yes, but these ones are stacking, so they don't pocket into the wall, but they all go over here. So you're basically gonna have one window, and that's it.
Do you prefer pocket or stacking sliders?
Pocket, in my opinion.
Pocket, okay.
But it's a much more expensive upgrade, so
right.
For this price point, I think they did the right choice to keep it at this, to keep the value. But out here, we have a very oversized backyard. We got some turf, we got travertine down below, which you don't always see out here. So I feel like they've done a good job so far, but there's plenty more for your imagination to envision. We even have a trampoline that is in ground over here. And something about these trampolines, I'm from Sweden originally. Like if we would have this in ground in Sweden, it would be basically a pool full of mud. But here in Vegas, it rarely rains. So that's gonna be no issue here. So you can use this very, very nice actually. It would be kind of fun to use this with a basketball, try to shoot into this hoop over here, because you also do have this basketball court on this property. Let's see if I can get up there. Yes, I can. But let's head over to the pool area as well, because we got nice turf all throughout, so you can put out tanning beds and whatnot. And I feel like they did a good design on the pool here, because it has a few things for a few different ages. I mean, you have steps in, splash pad on this side, splash pad on that side. Perfect if you have small kids. You have a jacuzzi, perfect for the adults, just hang out. And you have a deeper part of the pool for maybe a little bit older kids that want to jump into the pool, like do backflips and all that stuff. So I feel like the pool design here was very thought out. Now,
would you say the pool is 600 square feet, or do you think it's a little bit bigger? Because
I think it's slightly bigger too, actually.
Built in 2019, that was before you had to get grandfathered in.
Yeah.
For the 600 square foot rule.
No,
so
I would say
it's slightly bigger.
I would say slightly bigger as well, actually. So that's an added bonus for this property. Out here you have a barbecue area too, and it's covered, super nice. So this right here, you can serve, do all that stuff, and on this side you have a charbroil grill, so you can cook up everything you need. So fully equipped for the perfect barbecue night. On to the left you can have your pool equipment and your AC units. And on top of this property, you're going to have solar, and this solar is fully paid off. Nick, is solar something you would consider for yourself?
It's a good question. It's a controversial topic, I feel like, when you're adding solar or acquiring a property with solar. I think the huge benefit on this property is it's already paid off. So you don't need to qualify for a whole nother loan, put a bunch of other money down. It's ready to go, and it's going to keep your bills nice and low.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you can find a home where it's fully paid off, I think it's a good idea. Other than that, I'm not the biggest fan. In here is going to be the primary, and we want to open this up, so we press this button here, and then these electric shades open up to the backyard. So it's a good sized primary. We have an accent wall in here as well. Super nice to tie into the kitchen. And these ones come with the property as well, from both sides. So you're gonna have your nightstands over there. It's pre-wired here for a TV, so super easy to put that in. I know a lot of people like that. And you have your own climate zone in here as well. And for a primary at this price point, you want a luxurious bathroom as well. And I feel like they did a good job in here too. Porcelain tiling down below as well. Dual vanity sink, and they did a kind of a cool thing here. They recessed the mirrors into the walls to make it flush. Another upgraded detail that a lot of people wouldn't notice actually. In here, you're gonna have your shower. You have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 different shower heads, a bench in there, and you see this accent wall here going all the way into it and out to it. So I feel like they did a good job with the shower. It's a nice size shower. They glassed it into, which is nice, 'cause sometimes you see this open, then it can be pretty cold actually. So this one, you keep the steam in, make sure it's cozy. This is gonna be your water closet for this property. And then your walk-in closet is going to be over here. And it's fully built out. You even have these drawers here. They're all soft close, and it's a good size for this primary. What do you think, Nick? Do you think that's a good size?
I think this is a really good size. The outdoor access too is a huge plus in my opinion. Just stepping right outside from the pool, coming into your oversized room, it's nice.
I think so too. In here we're going to have another bathroom, and it's similar design to everything else with the gold trim, the black and the porcelain tile. So overall all the bathrooms look pretty similar. If you can come over here, we're going to open this door because you have a linen closet inside of here too. Which is pretty convenient because if you walk down this corridor, then we're going to get to more of the actual living quarters. So we got 3 bedrooms here, and then we have the next gen suite to check out. So all of these bedrooms are similarly sized. It's probably not for the owner of the property, but would do great for, teenager, kids, all that stuff. Comes with a wardrobe as well, obviously. That's one of them. In here's another one. Very similar size. This one has mountain views, and then another closet.
How big would you say this?
I would say all of these bedrooms will be around 11 by 11, or 11 by 12-ish. Would you say that's accurate?
I would say that's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. This one too is slightly larger, and this would be your last bedroom of this full property, because this one has an ensuite with it as well. This would be the bathroom to it. So if you come over here, you see it again. Very upgraded showers with a large formal porcelain tiling, and then the chevron tiling down below. I feel like they did a good job. But this door right here is what shuts you off to the next gen suite. So in here will be the full next gen suite. You have your own climate control. You have a kitchen here, and you can get creative too. You don't see a stovetop here, but you can get creative to be able to cook some food in here. It's powered with a microwave. You put a fridge right here, and then this will be the pantry. So it's fully equipped with a pantry as well. I think a next gen suite is something that people don't really think about, but it's super underrated. You can use it for additional income if you rent it out. You can use it for family members that you want to take care of. You can use it for teenagers that low-key can't move out because houses are pretty expensive nowadays, but they can still get their own space, maybe charge them a little bit of rent too. So I feel like it's a good addition to a home for sure, and makes the home value great. This will probably be where you put a formal dining table. If you come over here too, you can see that this island comes with a little bit of a slit here, so you can put some bar stools here for some more informal dining. So you have formal and informal dining. This will be where you would lounge, so you put your couches here, all that stuff. I'm saying this, but you can do whatever you want with it, obviously, but this is a traditional setup. And then this is wired for the TV here on the back wall. So a full entertainment area by yourself. And then this bedroom is one of the larger ones on the property. So this one's probably like 14 by 13, something like that.
Yeah, definitely a couple of feet bigger than the bedrooms we've been seeing, which makes sense because this was kind of like a junior primary.
Yeah, I would say so too. Comes with a bigger closet as well. I mean, I'm 6'2", so it's pretty tall all, and big all throughout. And then coming in here is going to be the bathroom that is attached to this next gen. So upgrade the shower once again. Probably put a little rod here so you don't splash water all over the floors. But the floors in here, they are that luxury vinyl plank, so they take water very well, heat very well, scratch resistant. So if you wanted to rent this out to someone, I would think it would be a really good idea. But then this door leads us out to the front yard again that we saw in the beginning, and that basically wraps up this whole tour. So if you're looking to buy a home out here in Vegas, or sell your home for that matter, comment down below or text or email me. I'll get you situated, and enough about that. I'll see you guys in the next video.